Hi, everybody. So today we're going to do a simple magazine image transfer. And so I have selected this image. It's out of Vogue magazine. I like to use Vogue, Bazaar, some of the higher end fashion magazines because it's a higher quality paper and higher quality ink, and so we get better results. I usually look for black and white images because they really do an amazing job of transferring. But I think I'm going to use this image, and I'm going to be putting it down on top of a book page. And so my hope is that these very light areas, the faces and the background, that those very light areas will show the book page through it. So I'm going to set that aside. And this is the book page, a lot of text, and I'm just going to trim it down and glue it to my 5" by 5" piece of watercolor paper. I'm going to use Golden Gloss Medium, and I keep my gloss medium in a squirt bottle just for quick and easy application. So I'm going to put that down on the watercolor paper and spread it around. All right, and I'm going to glue my book page down. Smooth it out. All right, so that's my background. And then this is the image that I'm going to transfer. So I'm going to look and see, I would like these light areas around the faces. And so I'm going to just trim my paper a little so I don't have too much excess. All right, and so this is the image that I want to transfer onto this. I'm going to put this sideways just for a little bit more interest, and I'm going to set that aside and put my gloss medium, golden gloss medium. I'm going to cover this entire surface with a thin, even coat of the gloss medium. And then I'm going to set this image side down right into the gloss medium. Smooth it down. If you need to, you can brayer out any air bubbles. And it doesn't have to be perfect. That's going to give us more interesting artifacts when we do the transfer. Now I need to let this dry completely. So I will let that dry and I will be back and we'll do the image transfer. And we are back. And so my magazine glued to this surface is completely dry. And now I'm going to spray it with water. And I'm going to begin rubbing the paper. You can see how it starts to roll up. And so you don't want to be real aggressive, but you do want to get that first layer of paper off. You want to leave the image that we're transferring. So you can see the girl's face coming through already. And so this takes a light touch, and it takes a bit of patience, and it takes a bit of practice. So it may not turn out great first time around, but basically you're peeling the paper off and leaving that ink from the image attached to the dried gloss medium. And like I said, in the lighter areas like the face, you can see that book page come through. So it's really a process of rolling back those scraps and bits of paper. If it gets hard to do, you can add a little more water. You can see, in areas where there's still paper to be removed, it's kind of foggy looking. So you want to go make sure you get all of those. And then I'm just going off the edges here. Oops. And it's okay if, some of the paper may rip, some of it you may go through all the layers down to the bottom layer of that book page. It's going to add some charm and, a little bit of interest. And then you want to just clean off your surface, all the little extra fuzzies. I like to just take a paper towel and make sure those are all off the surface. I can see there's a couple of places where it's foggy. That means there's still paper there to be removed. And you can also feel it. You can feel, when you run into some of the paper that still needs to be rolled back, you can tell a difference in the tactile properties there. All right, I am really happy with how that turned out. So I'm just going to clean it up a little bit, and this is our magazine image transfer onto a book page on a 5-inch by 5-inch piece of watercolor paper.